Hello, welcome back. Thank you, everybody, for
Hey,
sticking around. Hey, thank you for joining us, Cindy. Hello. Mary, hello. Glad you all are here tonight for our Patreon drive. If everybody hasn't heard, we got two new Patreons. I think it was two. It
Ooh.
was Shannon and Dan. Thank you. And I wanted to thank, I believe it was Lily for the super chats. You all are so amazing, and we do appreciate your support. Helps, just get the word out and uh, support the ones doing the work behind the scenes. You
It's a
know?
lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
no,
I've run a small show just myself, and I tell you, just trying to get people to book, oi, that was just a job in of itself. Not to mention all the other stuff that went along with it. So, if you don't mind, Mary, would you give us a little introduction about yourself? We're going to be what I was told the show was about is about kids and Christmas. Were you all told the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure that I got my shit together tonight. But yes, Mary, please would you tell us a little bit about yourself for our audience?
Well, I mean, I did just wait. So I'm Mary. I was born Amish, obviously, and um, basically, I guess I would say 18 years ago, I escaped, and so one of the things that I've done in the past 18 years is speak very openly and publicly about some of the abuse issues and some of the things that we were taught that were very unhealthy. And I recently released a book. It's called The Reflections and Memories of an Amish Misfit, which is very interesting because I actually wrote about a present that I got as a kid.
Mm. Mm.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Um, this this is what happened. So we weren't allowed to wear the color purple in my community. Okay,
Hmm.
and I was
I didn't
given
know
a
that was in the Bible, but okay.
bell. Maybe så alle stedet vid Jezebel is. En sie haben sie den Nordschmissen von das Fenster. Und die Hunde haben alles gegessen von sie. Und es war nichts übrig gewesen. Ich die Hände.
This is something that they say whenever you
Your,
ask about colors
your,
and
okay, so Jezebel, okay, she was sitting in the window, right? And she wore
yeah,
purple and red and all the glorious colors, right? And
right.
they threw her from the window, and the dogs ate
She
everything of
deserved it.
her except her hands because
Oh my God. And this is definitely stories that you should be telling kids, just to FYI.
I'm just
Absolutely.
saying you should totally do that. I cannot see how this could ever scar a kid's perception.
Right, right.
But
Well,
I
hey,
write
I
about
live a more colorful life now because of it. I make sure I wear bright colors because I'm proud to be just like Jezebel wearing the bright colors. Haha. I like that.
even the hair. Um,
Yes.
anyways, so I write about like receiving like a dress that was like really purplish. And it wasn't even a dress, it was just dress material.
Oh,
And it was kind of like this thing. So you said talking about kids and Christmas, like, okay, so there I was, a kid getting a dress that's going to send me straight to hell as a Christmas gift.
like, oh my goodness. What if you were colorblind? Honestly, you
I
don't even
lived in
realize
a,
you.
like,
Sheesh, boy, that really makes you wonder. Like, what was the intention with this dress? Like, what is
I
this
don't know, but I
intentional?
never wore it.
Oh,
I literally
right.
never wore it because of that. So like there's that. And like it's just yeah. So anyways, so when you start talking about kids and Christmas, I guess I kind of have like an idea that maybe just maybe it could be helpful to not tell your children they might be like Jezebel We can all be
Mhm.
Jezebel. So, did you know there's a Jezebel root? This is totally off topic. But did you
A
know
Jezebel root?
Yes!
No. Mm-mm.
There is. I promise you there is.
No, I had no
Random
idea.
things you should never Google Jezebel root.
Oh.
But we should not tell our kids, like, number one, I feel like I like to be honest with my kid, like, about things. So I've never celebrated Christmas with my kid, to be honest. We exchange gifts, we celebrate the season, but we don't celebrate Christmas. Because I don't think that I should harm my child by telling them the same stories that we were told. Like, for example, Jezebel.
Yeah, like for example, good old Jezebel getting thrown from a window, deservedly so, because she dared to have nice things on her body. Like, who does that? Disgusting.
I mean, and what made her deserving to be thrown from the window?
Because she had autonomy, because she was doing her own business in the kingdom, because she came from aristocrat family. She was a princess. She was very intelligent, could speak more than one language. What is there to hate in the ancient world of patriarchy? You know what? And sadly enough, it's a tale as old as time, because it continues throughout history. When you find a woman who has some kind of authority or power, whatever you want to call it, you say, oh, she's a POS, she's a tramp. You kill her, and then it's justified and it's righteous. Just kind of keeps getting continued. Dan,
Oh,
we love you. A Patreon and a super sticker. You're the best. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Yule to you and yours. Cindy, do you have any fond memories of Christmas? Did you celebrate Christmas? Because I didn't. So
yeah, but I grew up in France, and so religion is very low in France. I mean, I don't have, except for the tree and the gifts at the bottom of the tree. That's all I can remember, and even that I'm not sure we did it every year. But
just let me just interject and ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Interject.
So what religion were you, Cindy? Because, like, the tree, where did the tree come from?
It's just a tradition, the tree, Santa, and it's just.
No, I mean, like the tree tradition itself in the olden days, like, people would go out. Oh, they would go out. Yeah. And they would cut down the Yule tree, and they would have a Yule log to celebrate the return of the light, right? So, like, what religion were you that incorporated a tree? Like, why is it okay for your religion to allow you to have a tree?
We didn't have any religion, so it's just, yeah, like I said, it's a Western culture, I would say, to celebrate Christmas and have, but without the religious aspect.
Well,
we have the same thing that people in the U.S. have, Santa, and in certain parts of France we also, or instead, have Saint Nicholas. But it doesn't have any religious baggage behind it.
So for you, it was just the tradition, something you do, no really religious purpose behind it.
No.
It wasn't because of the sweet baby Jesus?
No.
You just wanted to give gifts and get gifts.
Yeah, and that was...
Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
Wow.
That's kind of what, like, Jehovah's Witnesses would say. Well, it's just about it's just about getting gifts. Like, what's the problem with it? No, it's evil because it's pagan. It's evil. I mean, not that I give two craps now that I'm an adult, but as a kid, you're just like, Christmas is evil. Who would have thunk it? Do I not? Wait, what did you say? Do I not get Belgium chocolates for Christmas this year, Cindy? Oh,
wait, you're giving out Belgian chocolates?
Right? Like, hello.
Is there a list? Where do I sign up?
So,
Santa baby.
when I started my channel, every Christmas I used to send a box of Belgian chocolates to people who helped me with my channel. I stopped doing it last year because almost everyone in the US had their box completely opened and trashed and everything mixed up by the customs. And so they received, everything. And so I decided to stop doing it towards the US. But I was thinking about doing it for other people who are not in the US and see how it goes.
Well, if you ever, are able, you want to give it a little testaroni, you know where to test it. Actually, I haven't had chocolate in like almost 3 weeks now. So yeah, I'm like really craving it. I'm trying to cut back.
Oh, well.
Anyway, so when it comes to Christmas, I don't know about you all, but obviously I didn't know that Amish even celebrated Christmas. But obviously I've heard other people who celebrate it just because it's a tradition. They don't really give two F's about what it's about. But as far as like in your family, Mary, how would Christmas go? You would have a tree and
no, we didn't have no tree.
Oh, okay. That was like
no, that's like way too worldly. Like, we just don't even know if those people with trees, like if they're even going to heaven anymore. We just don't know. Okay.
Evil tree people.
Okay, but like like we did make like 3 gallons of turtles.
Oh. Okay, so that was
and
like
chocolate covered cherries and Rice Krispie treats and
like food. Food is kind of big in the community, I would think, right?
Yes, food is very big in the community.
Delicious food. I mean, I've not had a lot, but from where I'm from, there's a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch. So I've had I mean, I guess I don't freaking even know traditional, but food that anyway. Delicious pies. Oh,
candy. We would make candy for Christmas. We would make so many candies for Christmas. We even did taffy pulls and.
What's that?
Taffy pulls?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are taffy pulls, Mary?
When you make taffy and you go pull it together, like you have a group of people doing it. Like that's part of it is like you have a group of people doing it. It's not just you doing it.
See, that's okay. See, that's really good. See, I've never had anything like that. Oh my God. Well, did you enjoy doing that? Was that fun for you? Or was it like, how did you feel?
Well, like I mean, like, quite frankly, I have a really difficult time around the holidays because several things. One is, including that, is that, there should be, because I'm shunned, there should be like a bunch of family members that would periodically like get together and make like things together. And so that should be a thing, but it's not because I'm shunned.
Right. And shunning is a hot topic. I'm not sure if you've seen any of my TikToks, but the Jehovah's Witnesses are having a hell of a time with their shunning policy right now.
One of my bestest friends is an ex-JW.
Okay.
And I've known her since 2015.
Okay.
I've seen some of your TikToks and just shunning is a really hot topic right now.
It is. It really is because, I mean, I don't think that anybody should be shunned. but at least they need to change their policy on children. Like you've got to try to build a bridge here and meet people halfway. You can't be shunning children. Children can't sign contract. They can't make lifetime commitments to a group of men. That's just
right.
It's ridiculous. They legally can't consent to things. How can they legally consent to this?
Exactly. How can children consent to being part of a religion or being baptized into a religion when they can't legally make decisions according to the authorities, the governing authorities and the law? They cannot make decisions for themselves, and their parents have to make decisions for themselves. So how can these children actually make a decision for themselves?
Yeah.
But by the way, Mary, on this very topic, I wanted to ask you, in your description right here, you say born Amish. And I wanted to ask you about this because I don't think you are born as a specific religion. So why do you use this label?
Okay,
religion.
Just don't. Yeah. Just don't, Cindy. Okay, first off, I was born Amish, believe it or not. Second off, being Amish is not just a religion. It is a culture, and it is also a type of genetics that we have certain genetic disorders that literally have been created because of genes being recessive and dominant over the last 400 years because we have been marrying our cousins for so long. They call it the founder effect. And no, we're not allowed to marry our first cousins, but we are allowed to marry our second cousins.
Oh, wow.
So, was I born Amish? Yes, I was born Amish. I have medical conditions I will never get rid of because I was born Amish. So, I can't ever be ex-Amish because I can never get rid of those genes. So, until you extract those genes from me, guess what? I'm still born Amish.
And it's basically just like Judaism, and you can be born Jewish, but you might not be religious whatsoever. Yeah. So what do you? And that's something I'd like for you to tell. What do you consider yourself now that you've left the community of Amish, but you yourself are born Amish? Do you have a title? But do you call yourself anything, like a group of people?
I'm just non-compliant with the church rules. I don't practice Amish.
So not non-practicing, basically.
Something like that. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure that's kind of how a Jewish person, they don't practice. They're not religious. Yeah. That's really important because that's, until I had met you, it would never cross my mind. I wouldn't have known because I think there's not as much known about the Amish community. I don't know why it just seems so quiet. It just doesn't seem to obviously it makes the news. I hear a buggy crash Amish and things like that. Amish apostate, right?
I love it, Wes. That's great. Yes, Amish apostate. I'm going to make a note. Thank you, Wes. That's great.
Yeah, that's really good, Wes.
I am an apostate.
Me too. And can I ask, I know this show is about Christmas. Do you guys hate me in the audience if I just ask the question to my panel? they're like, bitch, ask what you want. You're the one doing this shit. What are you talking about? So apostate, for instance, definitely has a negative connotation when you're coming from a very insular, high control religion. But me, I kind of see it as empowering myself. I'm taking it back. I don't even agree with your definition of what an apostate is. So I kind of wear it with, fine, I'm an apostate. How do you all feel about taking complicated words like that and turning them back on the person who gave you that name? How do you feel about it? Is it cool? Is it dumb?
Rion, have you seen the video I did with the dress, the Amish dress?
Where you were taking the different layers or no?
And I painted all the words that people have called me.
Yes.
That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. I feel like people call us these things because they have a desired effect. They have an expectation of an outcome. And people also try to control how we talk about ourselves. Like, for example, the reason that people think that I shouldn't call myself Amish. I've gotten emails about this. I have literally gotten emails about this telling me it is really sad that you still call yourself Amish after everything that you've experienced. But I can't get rid of it. My future generations can't get rid of it. So what am I supposed to tell the doctor?
And the fact that you like, obviously I'm not born, like it's different for me, but you have that mentality. Like you've lived that life for me for 40 plus years.
Right.
Like it's part of my identity as much as I do or don't like it. I mean, I'm fine with it. It's who I am. I'm proud to be who I am. And I'm proud to stand up against, all the disgusting things that I was taught.
Exactly. So I think that when we take those words and we own them, which here's another fun fact. There's a newspaper article about me that was written in 2004.
Wow.
By a reporter named Paul Levy. It was published in the Minneapolis Star Tribune. My stepfather, William Kempf, called me a very disobedient girl. Why do you think I have a channel that's called Disobedient Women?
Boom. Right?
Call me disobedient. I am. I will show you. Don't worry, honey. You thought that was bad? I got more.
Right. Like, oh, sweetheart, I was giving you restraint. If you want me to unleash the beast, I've been waiting. I've been waiting for you to open my door, honey. Thank you. Come on in. Let's do this. Cindy, what do you feel? How do you feel about it? Do you own any, is there anything you've ever been called and you're kind of like, you know what? I am that, sure. Boop, right back at you.
Not on the religious side. I'm trying to think about something about being trans, and I've had a relatively positive transition. So except for a couple cases of issues at work or people around me, I didn't get any kind of issues that you're talking about. But I think that when you are called something negative like this and you own it and then you turn it back, I think it helps change the stereotypes. And you see it in every culture, like black people owning again the N-word. Mm-hmm. You see it in several cases, and I think it's interesting. It's puzzling for many people because they don't understand that if you're inside the group, then it's a good thing to use the word, but if you're outside, it's an insult. But it's also eye-opening, and I think just for that it's worth the trouble or the empowerment you were talking about, Rion. I think it's a good thing, and more people should do it.
Yeah. Well, that's how I feel about it anyway. I feel like I like to turn it around, right back on them. Doesn't affect me, rolls right off my shoulder. So back to, maybe a little bit back to Christmas. Tis the season, or Yule, whatever you may or may not celebrate for people who are watching maybe a bit later. I really don't do much of anything. Do you do anything, Cindy? I know, Mary, you had mentioned some stuff that you traditionally used to do, but I'm not sure how much you still do around the holidays now. But if you're not really, I guess if you have bad memories, you kind of don't necessarily want to go all out all the time.
Well, I have a tree up. It is black like my soul, if it exists.
Right?
And it has skulls on it.
Ooh, see, I think that's cool. I
And
love that.
Tree topper is a skull because you know what? Here's the thing. There are so many people who struggle at the holidays. There are so many children who suffer at the holidays. There are children who are going cold, like they're going hungry, they're cold, they don't necessarily have gifts. They don't necessarily even have a tree. So at the end of the day, the skulls are just, they make me feel better instead of pretending everything is beautiful and fabulous and amazing in the world. It's more of a realistic viewpoint for me. And the other thing that I like to do is I do like to at least make cookies, because that's another thing is we would make cookies with a cookie press, which I also write about it in my book, is making cookies with a cookie press. But there was one time I got in trouble for it. But anyways, I make these little cookie press cookies, and we make lemon icing for them, and they're like the best. Like they just melt in your mouth. They're like butter cookies. Just amazing. We should totally make butter cookies. That's what we should do. And my friend and I love making chocolate covered cherries. I don't know if we're going to do it this year, but we might. And sometimes I make peanut brittle, and sometimes I make cashew crunch and fudge, and there's a lot.
Sheesh. Wow.
I mean, there's a lot.
You know how? Yeah, I know how to bake and cook barely, bare minimum. And you're naming so many things. I'm like, if I could cook all that, I probably would have a terrible time maintaining my weight.
You know what I need to do? I need to get together with my fellow backslid helpmeets, and we need to make a edible shop in Colorado.
Ooh, oh my God. You have no idea how bad I want edible. Oh, and we can't get it here yet. It's just not time. So I'm going to try.
I mean, and we could call it the backslid helpmeets, right?
There you go.
Or the Amish edibles.
Oh, did we get a new Patreon?
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
See, I feel like I should have had a song prepared. Everybody, 2 hours ago, everybody was talking about writing an atheist Christmas song. And I was like, I should write an atheist Christmas song. You know what?
I heard a Christmas song today. Let me tell you something else I do.
Yeah?
I listen to Christmas parody songs because they're much more fulfilling for me. Okay? But today, I was in the hospital, and I kid you not, I don't know what song it was. I don't care what song it was, but it just kept singing about the end of the world. And I'm just seriously, I don't need any doomsday reminders today.
Oh, sheesh. Well, I did hear just recently that one of I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. The actual words were so depressing that the singer, I can't remember her name, forced them to rewrite the song so it wasn't as depressing.
Was it Barbara Streisand? No.
I don't remember.
I saw that article too. I know.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny. I was like, damn, it was so depressing.
Mariah Carey?
It's older. No? I don't think so. I think this is old and from where the original song, I guess kind of was sung. Can I please say thank you to Deneen? They flashed it up on a screen. Thank you, Deneen, our new Patreon. And Cindy, did you want to take care of the Patreons in the private chat? Would you mind?
Oh, we still have time.
Okay. We can do that at the end.
Yeah, we'll do it at the end. So I don't do anything special because from one side I'm far from my family, so that's one thing. Thank you, Dan, again.
Dan's the best.
And yeah, since I left France and went to live to Belgium, yeah, there's a lot of unresolved issues with my family. Um, so that's one issue, and I haven't made close enough friends here to be able to do something on Christmas with someone. So it will be a normal day for me this year again. But there's something I want to talk about, and I'm sorry in advance if people don't like what I'm going to say, but there's one reason why I hold back on this Christmas thing. It's because I hate this gift exchange tradition, meaning, and it is not just Christmas. It's birthdays. It's Valentine's Day. You have to give a gift to someone, and I hate that idea. Like, it's my birthday, you're my girlfriend, you have to give me to get me something, and I hate that idea. This entitlement, this it totally changed the idea of a gift. Is I want to give you something special because I like you, because I love you, and instead it's you have to give me something. Otherwise, I'll be mad at you. Otherwise,
Yeah.
And I hate
disappointment.
All this. Yes, and there's this hypocrisy that if you give me something that I don't like, I have to pretend I did, and then I have to get rid of it. all this.
Sorry.
All this, this dance, this hypocritical dance. I hate all that. When I see something and I think, wow, this person will love it, I just buy it and offer it. I hate the idea of a fixed day gift.
I feel you. It does seems a bit strange to like,
yeah.
Well, today's my day, so you give me, like, gimme. And I struggle with, I don't even tell people my birthday because I feel guilty. And I don't even care if people tell me their birthday. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. What's your star sign? Like, that's awesome. But like, I don't tell people mine because it's just how I was raised to feel weird about it. Since you brought up gifts though, we kind of know what Mary's worst gift was. I think it's a purple dress that you couldn't wear unless you got something else that was bad. But I have a bad gift. What about you, Cindy? Have you ever gotten a gift where you felt like you had to pretend that you liked it? And you in the audience, have you ever gotten a gift that you had to pretend you liked? Tell me what it was.
I can't think of anything,
No?
to be honest.
Oh.
No.
Well, how lucky okay, I have to tell y'all about my worst gift. And I do kind of feel bad that I absolutely hated it, but I was never a doll person. And even one time my parents gave me a birthday present. This was when we weren't Jehovah's Witnesses, and it was a doll. So I wasn't really happy with it, but whatever. I like stuffed animals, whatever. So then I'm married to my ex, and my mother-in-law at the time gives me a porcelain doll. Just like a doll that you would just like, boop, sit somewhere and look at with a dress. And I donated it like straight away. Like that was like the creepiest thing. I am an adult. Nothing wrong with adults who want to collect dolls. I wasn't a doll collector, okay? There was no reason to buy me a doll. And I was just like, oh, she's so pretty. I was like, is this what people get for Christmas? Because this is like my first experience with Christmas, and I'm like, is this what people give as gifts? Like, this is not me at all. You'd have been better not giving me anything, quite frankly, because I felt like it was such a waste.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was just, I prefer if I get a gift, I prefer something like handmade, or not handmade, but just really thoughtful. It doesn't have to be expensive, but I don't know. That's just my style. Not that I don't like expensive gifts. I mean, hey, hello.
I mean, so in essence, what you're saying is you want a gift that's meaningful. Like, for example, so several years ago, my friends went out and they bought me a lamp that is like the right kind of lamp for my sewing area. Like, it's really meaningful, but it's just a lamp.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. Like the perfect. My girlfriend one time. Okay, so as a Jehovah's Witness, we couldn't celebrate holidays. I keep saying that, but just in case people don't know, coming in the audience. But so we made up our own holiday, and it was all the initials of our names. We just called it this holiday. It was our initials, and we'd only lasted like 2 years, I think, before we got in trouble for it. But my girlfriend, and I still remember to this day, and I was like 14 years old when I got this gift. No, 16, excuse me, windshield wipers. We were in my car. It was raining. The windshield, it just like smears all the dirt around. And it was like, because they're like $15 a piece, or, I don't know. They're expensive, at least anyway. And I was just like, oh my God, I like went outside like right away and put my new windshield wipers on because it was the best. It was so thoughtful. Like, she saw me in need of something and said, I'm going to fill that need. And that is really like the best thing for me, the best gift. Anyhow.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. You either fulfill a need, or you think about something that the other person will appreciate because they like certain things, and that's what gifts should be all about. Not just about obligations or special events. Should be about making the other person happy, not just you miserable for a month before that because you have to find something that
This was my lovely Christmas robe that I didn't wear it because it would be a little too hot. I'm like sweating right now. I was like anxious for the show. Yeah, anxiety. It's great. Don't ask me why. But so Kat said that they got a really ugly tourist sculpture once as a yeah, like, I guess thank you. Like, what do you say to some of this stuff? Like, I guess they're thinking of you. I guess.
I
think so. Anyway, and as a reminder, y'all, for people in the audience, the show will be continuing into the next hour. I apologize. I think I've already lost who is the host. Is it Teo? I'm not sure if you know, Cindy. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I apologize, y'all, but yeah, it is Teo. Okay, so please make sure you stick around because we're coming to the end of our hour here. We still have 15 minutes, but I just want y'all to know, don't go. We are in our Patron Drive and trying to get more subscribers, get the word out. We have super good. We have really good content here. The superest, greatest content. Trust my word. Take my word for it.
I mean, but are you smelling good while you suffer for Jesus? Wait, my bad. I'm sorry.
Did you have to ask that question? Thank God it's not smell-o-vision, because girl's a little sweaty around here. So around the holidays, as we said, and people were saying I do want to mention that Carol said that her boyfriend bought her a beautiful yellow turtleneck sweater that was not for. Oh, it was not for you. Oh, no, it was not for you, but you wore it not to hurt his feelings. Do you think it was just like a recycled gift or something? Because it wasn't you. Are you saying, like, how did you know? Are you saying because it just was not your style? Oh, boy. Oh. He was like, Mom, can I have this turtleneck? I'm sorry, that's so not nice.
Not your style.
Not your style.
Not for you.
But anyway, I was saying, like, the holidays are a hard time for everybody, even for people who love the holidays. It's just a stressful time. Like, you've got deadlines, money, working with, like, who knows what your work schedule is like. Exactly. It's really difficult. Is there anything that you do in particular to kind of center yourself or to get through it, just for as like helpful tips for anybody else? And if you are in the audience, Biddy Buddha, hey beautiful, if you have any helpful tips of what you do to help get through the holidays. I joined a coven, love it, great, awesome, recommend, 10 out of 10, sriracha. Anything that you two do for give you a little more comfort? I'm just boo.
Rion,
You think I'd never shut up before?
This year, to combat the holidays, I wrote my entire book and published it.
No, like, can we please like get a clap for that? Because, like, dude, when I see people, when I see women, anybody who has been oppressed, you know what I mean, who has been controlled their entire life, told what to think and do, man, that shit runs deep. And to come out the other side of that, write a book about it, podcast, TikToks, videos, it's education, y'all. This is you're doing this out of the goodness of your heart to let people know, like, hey, here's a danger. And I just freaking love that. That just.
I also listened to a song on repeat for the entire 3 weeks it took me to write it.
What's that song?
Losing My Religion.
Oh, Lord, bigger. Hey, it's a good song. Honestly, that's a really good song. And you were losing your religion.
Just a little bit with every word I wrote. But anyways, so that's one thing. The other thing that I do is, like, sometimes, like, it can really help you to understand, like, you know, when you do something for other people and don't expect anything in return, like, it can help you feel better about your situation sometimes.
Yes, charity work. I've done a lot of that in my lifetime. Charity work is amazing. It does make you feel really good about yourself. And like you said, music. I'm just writing this down because, you know, I still got a couple. We still got weeks left, honey. I got to write this down. Music is amazing.
Yep.
What about you, Cindy? Oh no, go ahead, Mary. Sorry.
And another thing is like sometimes I'll make like very specific dishes. I'm probably gonna make a special dinner that's gonna be reflective of like a specific type of Amish dinner, right? With our special china, because that's another thing is we would get gifts that were like glass candy dishes and stuff, but they had to be within the opening. So like, you know, they had to be the right kind, right? Like we couldn't have like the certain kind because it had to be the right one. And like even our special china sets that we had, one year, like I actually put together an entire like china cabinet I got myself a china set because my china set was taken from me when I escaped. Like I wasn't allowed to have that. That wasn't something I was allowed to keep. So I got myself one that I like. And then we have special silverware sets and like all of those things. So I just like made it with a dramatic flair, you know, like a little bit. Yeah. Extra.
That's awesome. Extra. I like extra. Everything should be extra. That we get one shot at life. Like let's be a little extra. Like it's okay. Yeah. What about you, Cindy? Do you have any like I don't know. Is there any rituals maybe that you do even as a agnostic atheist or whatever?
I have a secret technique and I'm going to give it to you for free. Today. Avoid people.
All right, see you guys later.
Okay, y'all. Oh, in that note, avoiding people. I went to a holiday party today, and I warned them. Awesome. I said they're going to be my Facebook status update, y'all. I'm telling you.
Uh-oh.
There's nothing like going to a company holiday party. And we're talking about the venue, and I said, all I ask is that the venue provides good alcoholic beverages. That's all I ask. I don't feel like that's a lot to ask for. Just good, decent alcoholic beverages. All I want.
Just usually seems part of the holidays, having good alcohol.
And they said, well, the other option was a skating rink. And I don't mean an ice skating rink. I mean a roller skating rink.
I mean, it could be fun, but I don't think you're going to be drinking too much unless you want to break something.
And they proceed, oh, yes, us 80s and 70s kids, we were the ones that went roller skating and blah, 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 blah. And I said, you know what? Because, like, then somebody else pops in and says, oh, well, you know, back in my day, because, like, you know, we always have that person, right? Says that, oh, we had the steel, like, things. I don't even know what it's called. And I was just like, y'all, like, color this my next Facebook status. Y'all are going to be it. It's called Conversations I Can't Fucking Relate to.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh, so many conversations that I cannot relate to. I love that idea.
Because we can't.
Yeah, right. I just don't understand some stuff. And I think that there's a lot of things that other people don't understand about, you know, each of us individually because of what we've dealt with. I find myself many times just being drawn to those who just, I don't have to explain what I'm talking about. I say the word and they're like, they've already got like the definition and know what that means. So, yeah, I just want to say to everybody in the audience, now that I see it in front of my face, it's going to be Teo with Apostasy, Captain Dadpool, and is there anybody else? Wait, it just scrolled and now I'm not sure if there's anybody else, but I think that is who will be up in the next hour. So make sure you don't click away and don't forget to give us a little sherry poo. A little sherry poo goes a long way. A little boosty poo. Please.
Now, kids. Sharing is caring, my friends.
And it's my Christmas wish. Like, come on, it is a free gift. You don't even have to give me any of your money. You could just share this face, these faces, these beautiful faces. Look at this education that you're getting. Don't you want more of this? You want more of this?
It's minimal effort, guys. Minimal.
Exactly. Right.
Minimal.
It's the least.
Requires no commitment. It's not like God, you know, requires no commitment. It's not out of fear. Nothing bad's going to happen to you if you don't share it. Nothing bad's going to happen to you if you
We promise. We are not superstitious here. We're not cursing you. You don't have to worry about anything like that.
We don't put a spell on you. We don't do any of that. Like, we're not.
You won't find a boil on your pee-pee in the morning. Well, if you do, I'm saying, like, that's not me.
If you do,
just in case,
I don't want to know what you were doing, but you should probably go see a medical doctor. That's just my advice. # not a doctor. So there's that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I play one on TikTok, but don't trust
not a
my
licensed
medical
doctor.
advice.
No, I'm not giving you medical advice.
What I feel like I should be licensed in is chit-chatting about topics like this on an atheist channel. I think I should. I don't know how you get licensed, and I don't think that's a thing. But
I don't know.
But I wish I could, and talking shit on about Christmas.
What would be the topics you would be judged on in that case?
Judged? I mean, honestly, just name it. If it's in regarding like any kind of Christian, I'd be judged with anything I said. What do you think, Mary?
Oh, what would I be judged on?
No, I meant if we were talking about having a major in what we are doing right now.
What would we be judged? Yeah. I think that it would be judging on, like, you know, what our understanding and perception is, how much of the trauma that we have experienced, and of the religion that we have experienced, and how do we see that. And how do we see ourselves as like, what are we outside of that? What is our purpose? Why are we talking about it? And what do we hope to accomplish? What do we hope to accomplish?
Mm-hmm.
Because what is your goal? What is your goal in talking about this? Why did I write a book? Why did I do a documentary? Why have I spoken out so adamantly for so long? Why?
Right.
Do you know why?
Why? Tell me why. I would say it's because of your experiences and the need to tell others.
Because when you unpack the entirety of what I experienced, this is what you're left with. There are Anabaptist men who have controlled the narrative about us. They have told the stories of Amish and plain women for generations. There are Mennonite men and Mennonites who have told the Amish story for generations. There are so-called experts about us who have literally been going to visit our communities where they have been shown exactly what they want to see. They have not been given accurate information, and they have used that to claim that these are the peaceful, gentle people. And they have built their entire fucking legacies off of the Amish name. Therefore, for anybody to speak up against them, we have to address the caste system within the Amish culture. We have to address the fact that the reason that they haven't done, these so-called experts haven't done meaningful research with non-compliant or Amish apostates is simply because Amish bishops have decided that once you're shunned and you run away, you're no longer Amish. So these experts have literally been taking the people in positions of power and promoting that narrative for generations. And this is the outcome. When we speak our truth, when we talk about the abuse that comes out, guess what we're met with? It's not all Amish. Well, but that's not really. Tell me something good that you learned.
I hate that.
Oh, but you had to have some good experiences.
Yes.
Oh, but it's not really like that because, there's no research that says CSA happens in Amish communities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but yours is just an isolated experience. It doesn't really happen. Amish people love their children. And who's telling me about my own culture? These so-called fucking experts, the media, and their fucking cronies.
So well said. Exactly. They can't tell you your lived experiences. They absolutely cannot. And just because you don't have a piece of paper that says this is what's happening, you can tell the story. Listen to victims. Listen to children.
I will tell you that I wrote my book and an Amish person read my book and told me that the stuff I talk about in the schools is still happening today, and they had to pull their children from the school and put them in a different school that is a safe school because of that. Just so y'all know that. So, no, you don't get to do that. There's no more silence.
Right.
And I speak up because you know what? The more I speak up, the more other people are able to speak up. 20 years ago, was anybody speaking up like this? Nope.
You're right. You're right. There's strength in numbers. And I know that I've found my community, and even beyond, and not just ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, but just people who've left, again, high control religion, who understand who's, at least some circumstances we can share similar, we've shared similar lifestyles, I'm sure.
The shunning.
Yeah.
I can't even. The shunning is so, it's so, yeah.
Yeah. It's not good. It's definitely not something that's bringing the Christmas spirit. I can tell you that much. That's really bad.
Just thinking about that word, which, by the way, here's another thing, is sometimes some of the things I do to cope. For example, can y'all read that?
FTO. Oh, shunned. I see it. Right below it. Shunned. Yep.
Yep. And this is actually an Amish covering that is burning because I burned my church covering.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, it's powerful. It's reclaiming it. It's absolutely
Take back your power.
Yep.
Take back your power, and
100%.
your voice will follow.
Well,
I
y'all,
promise.
no, it's okay. We're at our hour mark. I don't want to go too long, but I would like to make sure that you can plug anything else that you need to plug, Mary, before we go. Got to share the Christmas spirit here. You got to plug away. Jingly jingle, Santa Claus.
Let me share with y'all. Okay, so my friend Misty Griffin is collecting like short, like 30-second or 45-second video clips for her petition and sharing them. If any of you want to find her and submit yours, I'm sure she'd probably accept it. But what she's doing is she has started a petition. It's called Child's Rights Act. Okay. And it's to make sure that children in the U.S., like all children in the U.S., will be taught Aaron's Law. Because right now, as it stands, and if you don't know what Aaron's Law is, that is the law that makes it mandatory to teach children like bodily autonomy in school, to teach them their private body parts, to teach them age and gender appropriate sex education. So if you believe in that, go check out her petition and please sign it, and also share it. Like, why did you sign it? Because that's part of why she's making these video clips, is like people are telling their stories of like why they signed it.
Awesome. Okay. I'm going to make sure I look into that. And so it's Aaron's Law, but what's your friend's name? Sorry.
Misty Griffin.
Okay. And I'm sure we can get that so we can put it.
I'll send you a link
or something
if you want.
Yeah, that would be awesome. If you wouldn't mind, that would be excellent, because I've been wanting to do a little bit more of like getting into the activism part, like the petitions and whatnot. So if I can support somebody who's already like starting stuff and doing work or whatever, then I absolutely want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, like she's got like 19,000 signatures on her petition already. Again, guys, this is free.
Yes.
You don't even have to do anything.
That's a click away, babes.
And you're not going to hell if you don't sign it.
Well, no. Just kidding.
I don't know. Just check it out. Go read it. I put the links in the chat for y'all. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you all. And you know where to find me. I'm here. Cindy's, or anything you want to say before we go? We're going to pass it off to our friends in the back room waiting to bang it out here.
No, I'm not going to have nothing planned at the moment right now. No, I would like to thank the Patreons. And since the last time I did this 2 hours ago, we have 3 more.
Right?
So that's super exciting. So thanks to Michael Wiseman, Kathy Cotton, myself, Deborah Grace, Sunny Shell, Aaron Coalson, Phil Calderone, and the last 3 new ones, Shannon Gray, Dandy, and Deneen Murphy. Thank you all, and I really, really appreciate that this Christmas event got so popular that we got 3 new patrons. That's simply amazing. So thank you, everyone, and
they can't fire us now, Cindy.
No. We will transfer this show to Theo, and he's got Holy Kool-Aid, which is amazing. Captain Deadpool, and
can I get a holy No, I'm just kidding.
In the Holy Kool-Aid, yes. Holy Kool-Aid, can you please baptize us? Thank you. Yes, Teo, Captain Dadpool, Apostasy, and Holy Kool-Aid. Thank you. I didn't want to miss anybody. Stay tuned, everybody.
thank you for visiting us on Patreon to support Skeptic Haven. We're a humanist media group that produces shows and social media posts to support science, skepticism, humanism, and critical thinking. We focus on topics that deserve more exposure. For example, the treatment of women in Iran, prejudice against the transgendered, the reality of scientific findings, the unpublicized harm that too often happens within religious communities, and finding of joy after one leaves religion. We currently have 5 shows, each with its own focus. The Sunny Spot, Science and Knowledge. The Bible Says What, highlighting illogical and often immoral behavior in that supposedly perfect book. Secular Soapbox, Current Affairs and Visits with Other Atheists. Women Atheists Unloads, Social and Human Rights Issues, and most recently, The Global Atheists, a long overdue platform from around the world by and for atheists of many cultures. Now here's the money pitch. Skeptic Haven has a core of 3 executive producers and a team of almost 20 people. Each one of them volunteers. We've been scratching and inching along for a while now, trying to get to the point where we're self-sufficient financially, but we're not there yet. We're kind of far from it. So we need your help getting up to that point. Look at this content. We're so proud of what we've done here. We're so proud of this work and hope to get this to a larger audience. Your support will not only help us get our infrastructure up to spec, but give us some income to boost our exposure on social media. You'll find us all over the internet, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, see if I can get them all, Discord, Twitch now, and most recently Mastodon. And once your dollars allow it, we will get ourselves up on as a podcast too, all our episodes. So thank you for supporting the Skeptic Haven mission. We hope that our work will result in more science education, more compassion, more knowledge about others, understanding of each other, and living together in coexistence in this world. Please write to us with any feedback, ideas, suggestions for topics, guests, anything of interest to you. Facebook Messenger is usually best, but really you can use anything. Our email is info@skeptichaven.com. Thank you for your encouragement. We look forward to chatting with you in any show's chat. Please subscribe on Skeptic Haven on YouTube. Like the videos as you watch them. That really helps a lot. Click on the bell to be notified of upcoming episodes, of course. And one more thing. As a patron, you have the ability to come into our shows from out of the chat room and ask a question of our guests. Just let us know in the chat, and we'll send you a link to join the show. So that's it. Kind of short and sweet. Be kind. Take care of each other. And we'll see you at YouTube.